After a deadly terror attack killed 26 tourists in Baisaran, which is a scenic meadow near Pahalgaon nestled in the Pir Panjal mountain range, the five perpetrators are believed to have melted into the vast and rugged jungles that surround the region. The incident has reignited urgent concerns over India's counter-infiltration infrastructure and the growing need to stop terrorists before they ever cross the border. India shares over 3,300 kilometers of border with Pakistan, with nearly 1,000 kilometers running through Jammu and Kashmir, which is the most volatile stretch. A senior official underscored the critical importance of the prevention. Once a terrorist is in, it is not easy to hunt him down. The idea should be not to let him enter in the first place. And the data backs this strategy. According to Intelligence Bureau figures, infiltration success rate dropped from over 50% in 2002 to just 21% in 2010. Estimated 50 to 100 terrorists infiltrate yearly now, down from thousands in the 1990s. The Pir Panjal's upper reaches are dense, shadowy, and hard to patrol. Visibility in the forests is so poor that even spotting movement within 100 meters can be nearly impossible. In these forests, terrorists, often highly trained, well equipped, and detached from local populations, exploit the terrain for stealth. At least 50 Indian soldiers have died in such jungle operations over the past few years in Poonch, Rajouri, Kathua, and Doda. The attackers in Pahalgaon are believed to be similarly trained, with three possibly hailing from Pakistan. The core challenge isn't just the rugged landscape, it's in the evolving tactics. Terrorists are now trained to live off the land. They often avoid using mobile network, instead relying on secure, stealthy communications. With no local support and no digital footprint, tracking them becomes a game of patience, intel, and luck. These conditions make real-time, reliable intelligence, both human and technical, absolutely critical. India has fenced most of Pakistan border, including the line of control, that's the LOC. But snow damages up to 30% of fencing every winter, taking up to 4 months to repair. The Comprehensive Integrated Border Management System, better known as the CIBMS, launched post-Pathankot in 2016, has introduced high-tech surveillance tools like thermal fingers, fiber optic sensors, radar, and aerostats. Progress, however, has been slower than planned. A 2016 target to seal the border by 2018 was missed. In 2023, the deadline was revised to 2025. While parts of CIBMS are functional, gaps remain, especially in riverine patches, where even impractical solutions like police systems were once floated and rejected. The LOC is infamous for its extreme winters. Snow piles up to 15 feet high, crushing fencing and posts. Logistics become nightmarish, with repair equipment hauled manually through hostile terrain. Former Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General D.S. Huda noted, "Sometimes we used to struggle to give one full night's sleep to a soldier in 3 days." Meanwhile, even robust tech has limits. For example, night vision devices have short battery lives. Power supply is scarce in forward posts, limiting tech deployment. Experts say India must now double down on smart fencing with real-time alerts when tampered, tech for tunnel detection and motion sensors resilient to snow, rain, and cold, round-the-clock aerial surveillance to monitor forest escape routes. While the upfront cost is high, Huda emphasized the long-term benefits. There is a cost associated with all this, but it is worth it. The hunt for the Pahalgaon attackers continues, but the larger war, one that pits technology, terrain, and the time against stealth and violence, is being fought along every kilometer of the line of control.